This is an excerpt from Apostle Tim Early's article, Christ Mass. The massive dimensions of the ever-increasing Christ, Christ in lordship, preeminence, headship, dominion, and centrality. Christ as head and Christ the body, corporate Christ, many-membered Son. According to John 3:30, he must increase, that is, the Christ, and we must decrease. Out of tradition and passing down of unchallenged phrases and statements, one would say, I must decrease and he must increase. But beloved, how can we decrease without him first increasing in us? According to Isaiah 9:7. We hear phrases and quotes like self-sacrificing, but how can self sacrifice self? On the other hand, we hear denying self, something higher, more profound than just sacrificing itself. But if that happened, our motive and method is one, the mark of the beast, simply as follows. One, right where you work. Mark in the hand, our ingenuity, our own doing. Right where you think, mind, motive, mentality, thought life. Either way, the idolatrous self, the ultimate I trouble, the 5 I wills of Isaiah 14. If self sacrifices itself, we are betrothed to the lower nature in existence, not losing the psyche or unillumined soul for the Zoe God kind of life, according to John chapter 12. And if self is to sacrifice itself, it resorts to asceticism, self-punishment, martyr complex, personal mutilation, and works mentality, all rooted in a sin consciousness. The man of sin in the temple of God. That is why we must return to the Mass of Christ, the ever-increasing Christ, Christ in you, magnified and multiplied. It is not a matter of us trying desperately to get something from God or reach a status of heightened spiritual awareness, but here is truth, beloved. God made us to be postured and positioned for his unfolding glory, facilitating and accommodating a powerful anointing and immaculate conception, the birthing and pregnancy of his kingdom within us. We are not trying to get to where God is. He is coming into our time to pour forth profoundly all that he has and is into us until the whole earth is filled with his glory. We were built to become his habitation through the Spirit, the expansion of his mansion. In one Old Testament reference, it says he will not share his glory with another. To paraphrase this, he will not share his glory with anything less than himself. According to Psalm 8, man is made a little lower than the angels, but in the original Hebrew, it says a little lower than the Elohim. In principle, it reveals that all the God that man can contain in this earth realm and more. It's an excerpt from Christ Mass by Apostle Tim Early.